Sometimes the kids don't know what the jazz is all about. Got to have the jazz in your soul, son. Where did I set those glasses? Ah, they're in my pocket. I will have to get out of this jazz nightmare of a menu. Well, certainly the jeez, pure weed smokes by the looks of things. Jesus, York. Old man York. Anyway, fascinating scenes aside. It would appear to be time to start. Andre's laptop is restarting. Maybe I'll have a little sup on my tea before I hit start. You might feel sad if I left it out. Okay. Anyway, I will load my game. Well, I'll see what was it manual save. That'll hopefully be the right one. I don't know if the game is automatically patched, by the way.
York, you can hear me, right? I'll be with you soon. I'm not sad. Honestly, I can't wait. It's all I think about lately. I mean, we'll be together again. We'll get to discuss movies, food again. Everyone around here has bad taste. They don't understand things the way we do. It's a shitty world filled with shitty people. Oh, that reminds me. There are movie theaters and restaurants over there, right? As soon as I get there, Let's go grab some peanut butter hamburgers and yogurt smoothies.
Peanut butter
I'm
hamburgers.
so excited, York.
You know what? Maybe York has had brain damage.
Please, York, don't rush me. You just need to wait a bit longer. I still have one job left to do. I need to finish it. I have to. Or else I'd never be able to face you. Just give me a little more time, okay?
Why, there was a ferry there? Perhaps that will be explained? That did look like a ferry. Ah.
So, Lisa's mother, Galena Clarkson, confessed to murdering Lise.
Smoky.
But then immediately afterwards, she went insane. So you had no choice but to detain her. What a terribly convenient story. You were the first person to find the suspect hiding at a farm on the edge of town. And you even got her to confess to the crime, right then and there. Did anyone else get a chance to hear Galena's confession?
Only us.
How did you even find that shack in the first place?
Were you not watching the game? When I was playing the game? Sure, I'd showed you.
Metaphysical offender profiling.
Meta what? Should I know this word?
Metaphysical offender profiling. The term appears 6 times in the Lucare report and 14 times in the 2010 Greenvale report. As long as you're solving cases, the people in charge don't really care what sort of words you use. But we're different. You utilized a highly abnormal method to instantly hone in on a suspect. Then you did it again and again. And every time you used it, one term kept appearing in your files. Metaphysical offender profiling. Mr. Morgan, would you mind explaining to us what this term means?
We could try. But no matter what words we used, you'd never be able to understand. You see, it doesn't pertain to this side. Come, my fairy. Stop hiding back there and give them the explanation they so desire. What? You're too shy?
He's definitely been smoking too much
Mr.
weed.
Morgan? Mr. Morgan!
But even if he has,
Come
he
on
shouldn't
now.
be seeing ferries.
Is that all you have to say? Don't underestimate me, Morgan. I know you and the Clarksons share a deeper connection, much deeper than how it appears on the surface. I need to shake him with something else that's directly connected to the Clarksons. I'm gonna jog his memory by force.
Well, some old messy letters.
Those letters look very old. The postmark suggests they were sent out from Louisiana. And I suspect that dragonfly mark belongs to the Clarkson family.
Well, that's correct.
Maybe. So what if it does?
A stalker has been harassing Patricia Clarkson for several years now. Did you know about this? Constant silent phone calls, unmarked letters. She also spotted a suspicious figure lurking near her mansion several times. And just last week, her employees spotted a strange figure lurking in the vicinity. The day someone else coincidentally used your alias and traveled to Louisiana.
That's very intriguing. Aligned Symbolism.
Lise Clarkson also reported being harassed by a stalker just before she was murdered. You're aware of this, correct? Because I didn't find any mention of this in your report.
No direct connection to the case. That's what we must have thought.
The visionary lies to himself, the liar only to others. Which are you?
That's enough for now. This all has nothing to do with the case. Besides, there's no evidence that proves those letters are from her. Isn't that right, my fairy?
He's definitely not making a very good case for himself, is he?
Someone stole Lisa's body and it's been missing for the past 14 years. I find it hard to believe that it was simply hidden in that cold storage warehouse the entire time. Why wasn't a more detailed investigation carried out? Reading over it again, I can't help but notice how well organized this report is. One might even call it perfect. Except some parts have been redacted in an extremely suspicious way. Why are all these places blotted out?
Are you sure I'm that silent? I shouldn't be that quiet, Louise. I haven't been saying that much, but hopefully it's still fading enough that you can hear me. Give me 2 barks for yes, or 1 bark for no. It could be your speaker settings, I'm not sure, Louise. Perhaps Andrew could also give some feedback. Bark, bark. Okay, no, you can hear me better now.
Mr. Morgan, according to you, at the beginning of this case, the victim's body was being stored in the warehouse on purpose. Is that the truth? They really put her body there alongside food and other perishables?
It's in the report.
No. The report only says it was stored using the most effective and shockingly inhuman method possible.
If you can think of a better phrase, we're all ears.
The report isn't wrong, you know. In fact, that might actually be the most accurate way of describing it. It's precise, and it's also kinda poetic, you know?
Wow, Simon. We never would have taken you for a poet.
His lungs are shot.
Right?
You two think this is a joke? Lise Clarkson's body was discovered in that cold storage warehouse after 14 long years. If you'd only done a proper investigation, we probably would have found her much sooner. That poor girl.
We still regret the fact that we never got to meet her. We're sorry, from the bottoms of our hearts.
I only hope it didn't happen that way by design.
Will you comfort me? Thank you, my fairy.
I'm really not sure what's up with York here.
I knew it wouldn't go
Or
that
Zach,
easily.
rather.
Maybe I should try asking my questions in a different way. I could use Agent Jones here.
Could. Then there's also other stuff that we could ask about, which is much more important. Such as the window behind Zach.
That's the window that faces the street out front. I can tell just from the layout of his furniture. Now I'm surrounded by everything I couldn't see out there.
Well, we should ask about that there.
This is a nice building. Layout isn't bad either. Whew. Must be rather expensive to rent a place like this in Boston. How many other rooms are there in this apartment? That room over there, your bedroom?
Why so curious, Belle? It almost sounds as if you're seeing this place for the first time. Aside from the hardware shop on the first floor, every apartment in this building has the exact same layout. We're well aware that you studied the layout of this apartment before you came to see us. There's no need to act so roundabout. Just be honest. Say it. I want to see your bedroom.
Good grief.
Well then,
Doesn't mean we'll let you see it, though.
films teach us all we need to know? That's ridiculous. I'd rather read a book than watch a stupid movie.
It's bugging you, isn't it, Aaliyah?
Huh? What?
I get it. I get it. It's bugging me, too. It's even got my heart racing a little. I mean, look at this. Nothing but DVDs. Not a single Blu-ray in sight. Just pure, unadulterated DVDs. And he's got VHS tapes, too.
Spaceballs.
I don't even have a VHS player in my house anymore. Whoa, look at this. Check it out.
They're actually
got a lot
focusing
of
on
pizza in it, remember?
You're not wrong, Simon.
Pizza the Hut.
There's a very large quantity of pizza in that film. 1987, directed by Mel Brooks. The version on that tape is the one we recorded back when you could catch it on cable TV.
I like the way that's in italics.
Seriously? Damn, Morgan, that's incredible. You're really living the dream, man.
What?
I hope you both haven't forgotten that this conversation is also being recorded.
It wasn't illegal to do it. Well,
Agent Jones is completely checked out, despite the fact that we're heading deeper and deeper down the rabbit hole here.
well, he's not checked out of those DVDs.
Agent Jones! Are you paying attention? Or do you intend to waste Mr. Morgan's precious time?
No, sorry. I'm just a little tired. I'm listening.
Take your hand out of your pocket. Didn't they teach you any manners at Quantico?
Oh, right. Guess they slipped my mind. My bad. I'm actually kinda nervous. I'm not used to this sort of thing. Data analysis is my specialty, you know. I'm sure I'd be able to calm down a bit if I had some pizza, though.
Depends what's on the pizza, of course.
The FBI needs to do something about their lack of personnel. I'll have to ask the questions myself. But how should I start? Maybe I should look back over the files and calmly reassess the situation.
Oh. Ceiling light is apparently
An
worth looking
elegant
at.
antique lighting fixture. And most of his other furniture is of the same quality. Why is his room such a mess, then? This is why, instead of calling him a dangerous person, they've labeled him a high-functioning sociopath.
Just the usual around here, no need to worry.
The usual?
Yes. A strange person lives upstairs. Every now and then, he makes noise.
What's strange about him?
Several years ago, a woman was murdered upstairs. Her husband still lives there.
Yikes.
He's ex-BPD. and apparently he's still searching for the killer. But it seems like they cut all support for the investigation due to decreased funding. The team
sure
on the
what
case
BPD
wanted to
is.
keep working on it, but the suits wouldn't hear of it. A tale as old as time. Due to his situation, perhaps, he's been making a lot more noise recently. Like you just heard.
You never noticed anything, Agent Jones.
Well, I did hear some loud noises every now and then, but I didn't think they were real noises coming from upstairs. I mean, look at him. It's not like he's reacting to the noise. He always just went about his business as usual for all the years I've watched him. So I just figured it was coming from the TV.
You really amaze me sometimes.
Well, all we got are the bloody case files.
So far, everything checks out with the report. But there were always some parts of the report that didn't make sense. He expects me to believe he just happened to solve a case this difficult while he was on vacation? And metaphysical offender profiling? I won't let him distract me with his fancy made-up words.
Well,
After you arrested Galena Clarkson, you had a run-in with the Clarksons. At least that's what it says in the report. What exactly happened there?
Just a simple run-in, that's all. Nothing but a single phenomenon. Chasing hollow instances like that won't lead you closer to the truth. Truth doesn't work like that.
apparently not. I'm not sure how, but apparently not. The truth doesn't work like that.
A hollow phenomenon, which resulted in a mountain of corpses.
Oh, Belle. We think we finally understand what you're trying to say. But don't be so voracious. How about another cup of coffee? We've still got a long way to go, you know. Yes. It's coarsely ground, so there should only be 4 teaspoons per cup. No more, no less. Next, the coffee travels from the funnel to the siphon. Simon, normally you only do surveillance in order to gather data, correct? Hiding microphones and cameras, sifting through garbage, wiretapping, shadowing, tracing credit card histories. You'll do whatever it takes to gather data in order to prevent crimes. That's how the FBI works.
Well, yeah, you're right. No reason in hiding it now, I guess. Why do you ask?
Our Southern Belle has adopted a very peculiar MO. It's almost like she has a special power, just like us.
Ah.
You've been watching us this entire time, haven't you, Belle? From that window.
I don't need to answer that question.
You came here on New Year's Eve, then spent 49 hours watching us until you returned to your hotel room last night. You observed us the entire time without sleep or rest. And you only ate once, some pizza delivered by Simon. Aside from that, you never drank any water or relieved yourself. You simply sat there and continued to watch us. You have visions, too, don't you? You came here solely to hear us talk, didn't you? But then,
What?
why bother watching us for over 2 days beforehand? You didn't come to talk with us. You came because you wanted to see this apartment with your own eyes. And because you're already convinced of something. Isn't that right? He who fights with monsters should see to it that he himself does not become a monster. And if you gaze long into an abyss, the abyss also gazes into you.
But
Oh, coffee. Thank you, my fairy. If you hadn't been paying attention, this coffee would have all gone to waste. The pus in our brains. It really has a way of interfering with our lives.
What the Christ?
What the Christ is not a term I've really heard before.
This is friggin' delicious. Kinda thought I was gonna shit myself for a second there.
I don't want a cup of that coffee then.
Come on, Aaliyah, take a sip. Trust me. I'm not exaggerating here.
I don't believe it. It's better than any coffee I've ever tasted.
Of course it is. Coffee is a sacred drink. Coffee saved us. If not for its oracle, we would be on the other side right now. So I never forget to pay my respects to coffee. Especially at critical moments.
You know, between
like
Twin
this.
Peaks and this, and then, well, actually plenty of things, I wish I liked coffee, but it's horrible. I can't drink it. But I feel like I'm missing out on a whole world of drinks.
Big black cumulonimbus clouds are in the sky. And that sound. Thunder snow is coming.
Thunder snow. Got lightning in the sky. That's all we got.
Ominous. It's almost like a manifestation of the atmosphere in this room right now.
That's pretty haughty. I like it.
Do you hear that thunder? It's probably gonna snow soon.
We're in Massachusetts. That's the norm for this time of year.
Well, I'm not used to the cold. If possible, I'd like to finish this up before we get stuck in a snowstorm. Agent Jones, after we're done here, Agent Jones, is something the matter? Snap out of it.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I know.
Do you? Then stop daydreaming.
Okay.
You just what?
My stomach's been letting some thunder loose, too.
Thunder?
Okay.
That coffee was just so good,
It what? We don't have all day here.
He's not supposed to have actually shit himself, is he?
the coffee was just so good, it, summoned forth a massive tsunami from within me.
Excuse me? What is wrong with you? Now is really not the time for this.
Right door at the end of the hallway.
Thanks, pal. Hold on. You can make it. We can do this. It's not very far.
Wow.
We promise you, we did not put laxatives in the coffee. Coffee is a sacred drink, remember?
Motherfucker. There's no doubt that the report omitted information linking Morgan to the Clarksons. I need to get him to confess. Oh yeah. That reminds me. There's a secret weapon in Agent Jones's briefcase. He's chain smoking it non-stop. He's clearly dependent on it. Which means he might be dependent on other drugs as well.
Well, let's ask him about his weed habits.
Mr. Morgan, I heard that you were always a smoker. Did you ever wonder if that was the reason you contracted your illness?
What does that have to do with this case?
Nothing. I'm just personally curious about it.
Sometimes, people die in car accidents, regardless of how well they take care of their health. Other times, they slip on their bathroom floors and crack open their heads. Isn't that right, my fairy?
I'm not concerned with statistics. I'm just curious about you, right here, right now.
We switched over from nicotine to this. It's less addictive. That's one step in the right direction, isn't it?
Perhaps. If we're talking about withdrawal symptoms or physical dependencies. But it still seems like you're smoking too much at once. Honestly, it looks to me like you have a mental dependency.
Maybe. But so what if we do?
Surely you know about gateway drugs, yes? When a person starts to use one drug, it becomes much easier for them to branch out and try other drugs as well. The first drug acts as the gateway that leads them to stronger substances.
Oh.
We're getting lectured.
Are you trying to say that's going to happen to us?
No. I'm simply saying there's a possibility.
Are you guys making comments? Because the last one I seen was Louise saying, so imagine watching on my TV with my speakers. And then the most recent comment after that is yours, Andrew, asking if the comments are appearing on her screen.
Agent Jones probably won't be back for a while. Actually, now might be my opportunity to make some real progress.
Well, I guess we're gonna take out this mystery item.
Have you ever seen this before? And please, don't say no.
Sang Rouge, the drug we once chased. What about it?
Sang Rouge is still circulating.
Huh.
It's changed shape and its composition is slightly different now. But only in a very limited part of
sorry
Louisiana.
about that.
You aren't surprised? Did you somehow know this would happen?
Copies of another drug being circulated isn't exactly a rare case.
But Sang Rouge is special. The inimitable Enigma powder. The origin. It has many names, and no one was ever able to copy it. We've also been trying to figure out what it's made from ever since it appeared. But it's impossible to analyze. After all, it appears to be made from common ingredients that can be found anywhere. But if you try to use those ingredients, all you'll end up with is a mundane hallucinogen like DMT. If you're lucky. No. Sang Rouge requires a special recipe. The original recipe, which someone's been guarding this entire time. Someone who survived the incident in Le Carré.
So, what I reckon it is actually the Colonel's secret recipe. It's the only thing that makes sense.
He read these over and over again, like a prisoner rereading letters from his loved ones. But the last letter was delivered years ago, according to this postmark. That must be the last time he communicated with whoever was sending these. Yet, he left them out in plain sight. All this time.
Well, we better ask
Immediately
about
after they found Lisa's body, I went to go see Patricia. In order to interrogate her, of course.
So you told us.
But I was unable to meet with her.
She refused to speak with you, didn't she? That's so like her.
No, she didn't get the chance to. You see, she's gone missing.
What?
To put it more accurately, no one's seen her since the afternoon of the 28th. According to her employees, she shut herself up in her room for several months before she disappeared. But since that sort of thing happened often, they didn't think anything of it. On the morning of New Year's Eve, they noticed her window was open, and when they went up to check on her, she was gone. But no one knows how long her window had been open for. This is just my hypothesis, but on December 28th, a strange man visited Le Carré and was spotted near her mansion. That man must have found some way to lure Patricia into his car, the '89 Cadillac that he bought used. Then, the two of them drove north to Trenton, where they boarded a train to Boston. They would have arrived here around midnight on the 29th, or perhaps early morning on the 30th. I believe this man is the same Billy Bishop whose name was previously recorded by the airline. So, what do you think of my guess? I'd love to hear your opinion as a former FBI special agent.
Now we get it. We aren't persons of interest. We're the suspects. But what about our alibi?
What alibi?
I've had enough of your bullshit. You expect me to believe you haven't taken a single step out of this room? That Agent Jones is your witness? Surveillance cameras can easily be tampered with, especially by someone like you, who knows all about how the FBI works.
You're possessed by death. Go and take a look at your own face in the mirror. You look like the Grim Reaper. After you visited both Le Carré and Greenvale, you left a mountain of corpses in your wake. You can make all the excuses you want. I'm immune to them. Right here, right now, I want to know everything. You tell me the truth.
Yes! You're good, Belle. Damn good. You're brimming with potential. Don't you think she's the perfect partner for our last dance? What do you say, my fairy? Don't you agree? She's good. So good. What do you want to know? We've got nothing to hide. Go on. Question us. This is how it's got to be. Doesn't this remind you of something? You know what I mean, my fairy?
What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? You know what? I keep saying this, but despite the fact that this runs like absolute bollocks and the gameplay mostly seems crap, I'm fucking fascinated with the story here.
Son of a... How did this happen in my town? God damn it!
The head and limbs were severed and lined up, according to the lines that were drawn with her blood. Just like migratory birds flying systematically across the sky. Hey, Zach, what do you think this means?
They're severed roots.
Severed roots?
What the fuck are you doing at
This
the crime
is the way
scene,
the
kid?
Clarksons kill someone when they want to cut him off from the family.
Oh, sorry, this is...
And how do you know about this?
Everyone in town knows about it. They're just too scared to talk.
Is it not a bit fucked up having the wee kid there?
What does the V stand for, then?
Beats me. What, you think I know everything now?
Vilitatio. It means quarrel in Latin. That's what the V stands for.
Latin. Intriguing, isn't it, Zach? There are no defense wounds on the corpse. In other words, Galena showed no signs of resistance when she was amputated. But Strangely enough, there are small traces of subcutaneous bleeding around the wounded areas. That's a vital reaction, which means she couldn't have been dead.
You mean...
Yes, that's right, Patty. Galena was amputated while she was still alive, and she never resisted.
Is that even possible?
It certainly isn't impossible. For example, if she was put to sleep with a drug, or if she desired the amputation herself.
Why would she ever desire that?
Mr. York, I'm sorry, but there ain't no way that could have happened.
She could have been fucked on drugs.
How can you be sure of that, Melvin? Our world contains phenomena that could never be explained with logic. This is especially true for phenomena in which humans are involved. Do you really think all the facets of love and hate can be explained with logic?
Well, no, I don't reckon I do. Yeah, might be too early to rule out those possibilities, just like you say.
Zach, now we truly know just how deeply the Clarksons are involved with this. Patty, how long does it take to reach the Clarkson estate?
Just a short drive. You just gotta head west along the Mississippi. You can't miss it.
Got it. Thank you, Patty. By the way, Melvin, no matter how accelerated Patty may be, don't you think she's still a bit too young to see something like this? For the record, I have no intent to instruct others on how to raise their children, but...
Holy moly, you're right! Patricia, CLG! Come on, sweetie. Kids shouldn't have to see stuff like this.
It took him that long to fucking
Dad,
twig?
It's too late now.
Good grief. So, our quests are updated. So, next goal seems to be with the Clarkson family. Makes sense when you think about it, really. This music's almost Chrono Cross-ish.
You sure you okay, CLG?
I'm fine. Besides, I'm used to seeing stuff like that on CSI. You're the one who looks pale, Daddy.
Well, it did shake me up a little, but I'll be back to normal in no time. Sorry about that, Mr. York. What say we rest in the interrogation room till we all calm down, CLG?
Sure thing, Daddy. I'm gonna go sit with Daddy for a bit, Agent York. We can join back up later.
The kid's more desensitized than a
Galena
father.
killed her daughter, so her family cut ties with her. Do you really think that's what happened here, Zach? If this is truly the ritual that the Clarksons use to cut ties with someone, why would they go out of their way to do it here, in a holding cell? They could have easily done it after we released her. And judging from how Danny Clarkson was acting, I think it's clear that he really loved Galena. How could he accept this grotesque butchering, even if it was for the sake of the family? There's no point in ruminating on this. We should get back to the investigation. As long as we keep moving, the answer will inevitably fling itself straight at us.
That's an unusual way of thinking about things. Didn't work out that way with Zodiac, did it? Oh, I didn't need to use Paranormal Investigation. Oh, that's good. Ah, it was a cutscene loading. Okay, I thought it had completely crashed there. Oh yeah, so she's dead. Well, there could be twists.
You found the flying serpent. But now, the flying serpent will come to find you.
Oh.
Yeah, that sounds right. And it looks like this flying serpent is a venomous one.
Some become feasts, while others are eaten alive. Which fate would you prefer?
Both sound marvelous, but let me check with Zack.
A fine answer. Find the one who fired the pistol at heaven. Within the white hall of beds, brandish the ticket to the goddess.
What?
And once again, you will see the other world. Do
So
you
he's essentially giving
comprehend
us these side
the
quests
oracle?
before we get to the...
Zack, it looks like he's hell-bent on leading us back into that other world.
The other world's like our dungeons.
Follow
Me and plot
the
reveals are
oracle.
gonna happen, right?
Oh, I will, Hoongan. There are only two types of things in our world. Things that should be resisted, and things that should be accepted. And I believe this oracle is something to accept.
I love the fact that our our reflection.
Do you think we're crazy
It's
for
just a
believing
still
everything
image,
that skeletal
apparently.
gentleman says? No, we're not crazy. Not one bit. This is our destiny, that's all. But I shouldn't need to explain that to you, Zack.
Oh, Patty married a Clarkson. That's a good theory, huh? You gotta decrypt an oracle
The one
first
who
of all.
fired the pistol at heaven. Firing pistols at the sky might be a rather common occurrence for the South. Remember? Young Guns, 1988, directed by Christopher Kane. There's that great scene where Emilio Estevez keeps firing his Colt M1877 up at the sky. Well, but that film took place in New Mexico, didn't it? And the Oracle probably isn't referring to a situation like that.
Well, I'm not
It's
actually
got
sure
to be
in
for
this
some
instance.
purpose other than an attack or a threat. Raising a pistol up to the sky, then slowly pulling the trigger, kind of sounds like the start to a race. Don't you agree, Zack?
The bank, the sheriff's department. Thompson's farm, do you reckon? I'm not actually 100% sure. This one isn't obvious, I don't think. It's supposed to be the police station just because police have guns. Can't get near the priest. I am going to go with... Gotta try the farm. Maybe they mean the Clarksons. They're the ones who've started the whole, you know, they're the ones that have struck out
Bingo,
and attacked
Zack.
her. There you go.
We're currently running a race here. And the one who started this murder investigation is indeed the one who fired the pistol at heaven. In other words, the person who first discovered the body. According to the files, Lisa's body was discovered by Chuck Thompson, a crawfish farmer. He apparently works out of a fishing hut located in the marshes south of the bayou. Let's go pay him a visit. Who
What?
knows? We might even get to see some crawfish. What? Why isn't the murderer the one who started this race? Zack, this isn't like you. Of course the murderer isn't the one who started the race. The murderer's running it. They're currently in first place, and they're breaking all the rules. Any more objections, Zack?
Well, that didn't make a lot of sense to me. How about
Within
that?
the White Hall of Beds. This one is even easier. There are only a few establishments that have a whole hall's worth of beds, especially in a small town like this. I'm sure you've already got a pretty good idea about what the answer is, Zack. Beds
Must.
all lined up. Only an amateur would hear that and think it must be referring to a brothel. I mean, come on. Who would ever use White Hall as a symbol for a bordello? No, a white house refers to the same place no matter what country you're in. Disinfectant, jars of medicine, and white smocks. That's right. It's a place where people dress in all white. And this town doesn't have any labs in it, which means there can only be one answer.
Oh, he must be on about Castle Pineapple, surely. Has to be.
You really think that's a Whitehall? Sorry, but I have to disagree. There's a more obvious answer out there. A place that anyone would think of when they hear the words Whitehall. Beds all lined up. Only an amateur would hear that and think it must be referring to a brothel.
That can't be the post office, obviously.
I mean, come on. Who would ever use... You never disappoint me, Zach.
I did, actually.
It's a medical facility.
Well,
They
that's
invite
right,
their
there's a
patients into
medical
rooms full
facility
of
in
beds,
there, I
where they're
forgot.
tended to by doctors and nurses clad in white. It's definitely a Whitehall, where people are invited into beds. You always manage to impress me with your intuition. I'm really counting on you here, Zach, and I know I'll always be able to.
That one wasn't so obvious. Oh, thankfully I've not had that happen in a long time, Louise, but it is horrible.
Agent York, you're trying to leave without your trustworthy assistant?
Yep.
Hello there, Patty. I'd never attempt such a thing. I was simply engaging in a battle of wits with Hoongan while I waited for you.
Hoongan?
Yes, the skeletal gentleman in the top hat.
Not that story again. Is this how you always conduct your investigations?
This is the way I work.
I bet you can't find a single partner, not even in the entire FBI.
That's not true. I always work together with Zach.
Oh, right. Zach. Don't worry. I'll be your partner while you're here in our town. Now, let's go investigate.
I took partner as being like romantic partner. Whoops. Well, I'm glad she's not going to be our romantic partner. So we're going to go to the Evangelical Church. We probably should save our game here. I am considering making a cup of tea here and running to the bathroom, if you will permit me. What does the girl do when I'm on the skateboard? Yeah. Well, I could boil the kettle and then run up and pee whilst the kettle's boiling, then soak a tea bag. You know, I've got it all planned out. And now to figure out, has the game frozen? Or is it still loading and it's just forgot? Okay, it's still loading but still forgot. It's really reassuring when that happens, you know. The fresh L. Oh, that's right. Hoongan said he was going to come looking for us. Look at fucking
So,
McIntyre over there.
you're that hotshot FBI agent I keep hearing about.
And who might you be?
I came to claim the body of my daughter.
The one you had cut up.
My daughter, who was murdered in a holding cell after you detained her yesterday.
There's PJ Clarkson.
Zach, I wasn't expecting to run into the final boss this early. You must be the head of the Clarkson family, PJ Clarkson. And you've come to claim the body of Galena Clarkson, whose dismembered corpse was found early this morning.
I love how
Is that correct?
matter of fact is.
Where did you learn that Galena had been murdered? Zach and I just learned of the news ourselves.
This is Lou Corey. And I am PJ Clarkson, There ain't a single thing I don't know about this town.
When did I last have a wank in
I
it?
see. So then you must also
It's
know about the
nice.
severed roots ritual. I have a question for you, Philip. We suspect that Galena was murdered by someone from the Clarkson family. Have you given that possibility any consideration?
Listen up, you FBI piece of shit. You better watch your manners around my
He's
pa.
not your father.
Shut up, Daniel.
Thank you.
But, sir. My bad, sir.
I'll have you know I once had 3 children. But I must not have raised them very well, because my son and my eldest daughter both ran away and never came back to me. The only one who stayed by my side was my second daughter, Galena. Then she done married Daniel here into the family and presented me with both an heir and a granddaughter. Seemed for a while as if things were finally starting to calm down.
He's laying the accent on
Man.
quite thick, isn't he?
Someone corrupted both Galena and Lise. And I lost everything. Well, aside from my shit-heel son-in-law, that is. You understand me, FBI?
Galena's death is nothing but a loss for the Clarkson family.
That doesn't mean the Clarksons are automatically innocent, though. Humans don't always act out of self-interest, do they?
That mouth. You're starting to sound more and more like your mother. We're leaving, Daniel.
What? But my treasure...
Now, whether you end up being an angel or a demon, I reckon you're the man I've been waiting for all this time. Once you finish that autopsy and we're clear to take her home, I want you to give me a call.
They're phenomenal, Patty. So perfectly rural. Ominous statements, foul-mouthed insults. This town possesses a complicated system of communication that you just can't find in the city. Work-centric emails are so cold and lifeless. This is what true human connections feel like. Connections as visceral as blood itself.
So, Agent York, what's next on your agenda?
The last boss may have gotten the jump on us, Patty, but I didn't let him shake my resolve. I intend to obey the skeletal gentleman's oracles, and that's that. First, we should head to either the home of the person who discovered Lisa's body or to the town's medical facility. Well, Zach, what do you think?
Oh, there's the frame rate. Well, we've still not been sunburned. I can't get a taxi from that cretin, and I also think I'm quite near where I need to be anyway. Me and daughter. Right, so end of the street, down to the right, and then a left onto Mont something Street Avenue, perhaps. Okay. Are you hearing that music? Music.
Were you thinking about Galena, too? And all the other women we've seen so far on our travels across the states? Zach,
I'm right, aren't I? This is a vast country. Incredibly vast. And it's mostly composed of mountains, deserts, and farmland, with small towns scattered about here and there. That's how America looks to me. Compared to the scale of this entire country, New York, Chicago, and LA are all microscopic. Sometimes they even feel like figments of my imagination. Think back to what Las Vegas looked like when we were driving up I-15. It was a mirage. But TV and movies dress up those mirages and broadcast them to people all around the world. Meanwhile, American women become fascinated by the gorgeous city lights.
Oh no, I didn't mean to. I was liking your chat, York. No. No. I fucked it up.
If this town has a symbol, it's got to be that bridge hanging over the bayou. Lift bridges are truly a rarity. Reminds me of Duluth, Minnesota. Remember what happened there? That man went to such great lengths to collect his victims' tongues. You know, the one who would French kiss them every day as they slowly decompose. As I drove him to the station after his arrest, he started lecturing me on the proper way to give someone a kiss. Anyway, back to Duluth. They have a famous lift bridge there called the Aerial Lift Bridge. The lift bridge.
No! No! How does... Just... Oh, for fuck's sake, York, are you kidding me? That counts as a bump to knock you out of chat? No, hang on, why was I able to glide up there? Fresh hell.
Hey, want to talk about bridges? Why? I've become obsessed with bridges, Zach, and there's no turning back now. Remember what we saw on our way here? Back when we were driving that hybrid car before we...
Oh no, for fuck's sake.
Hey, Agent York. Just so you know, dealing with Pastor Sanders is gonna be a big pain in the butt.
A big pain in the butt?
That's what I said. But I guess you have no choice but to obey your oracle, huh?
Oh, but I want a skateboard again. Yes. Right, I want to get back to those stories and have them finished off properly.
If this town has a symbol, it's got to be that bridge hanging over the bayou. Lift bridges are truly a rarity. Reminds me of Duluth, Minnesota. Remember what happened there? That man went to such great lengths to collect his victims' tongues. You know, the one who would French kiss them every day as they slowly decompose. As I drove him to the station after his arrest, he started lecturing me on the proper way to give someone a kiss. Anyway, back to Duluth. They have a famous lift bridge there called the Aerial Lift Bridge. The lift bridge here is the first one we've seen since then. But this one looks a lot smaller than the Aerial Lift Bridge. Its smaller size was most likely chosen due to the width of the river and the sea level of this area. The height and structure of a bridge is what determines which sort of boats can travel down the river. Normal bridges' base heights are set at a higher point so that boats can freely pass underneath them. But I imagine it would be difficult to create a bridge with a large arch here due to the river width and the sea level. That's why we're seeing all these mobile bridges such as lift bridges and drawbridges around here. As far as Louisiana goes, it appears that they've built mobile bridges over most of the bayous. Fascinating, isn't it, Zach? So many different types of bridges. I'm curious to learn even more about bridges now. Let's do some detailed research next time we get the chance.
Bridge fan, York? I didn't mean the end of conversations, Louise.
Did you notice it yet? The streets in New Orleans were a mess. All busted up and undergoing maintenance. The city was built on a swamp, so the ground is soft.
We've already had this chat
rain to cave it all in. There were also a lot of places where large tree roots were pushing up parts.
Yep. Right. Get us back to those other chats about women and stuff and bridges. The bridges are alright.
One lollipop? Two
oh
lollipops?
No, you better not have fucking
lollipops.
skipped out of those conversations.
Don't mind me, Zach. This is how I wake myself up.
No! I refuse to not let you repeat that conversation, York. How dare you, sir?
Did you notice it yet? The streets in New Orleans were a mess.
No! See if I've missed those conversations due to accidental bumpage. Come on, York. Oh my god.
Hey, Zach, it looks like we were right on the money. Tracing the Sang Rouge distribution route led us right to Louisiana. You know what that means. We've got a hot hand, and Lady Luck's given us far more favor than she ever has before. We just happened to hear news about Lisa's murder while sitting in a bar during our vacation in New Orleans. That certainly wouldn't have happened if we had stayed in D.C. They would have given the...
Definitely had that chat before. So that's what happens to you, York. I'm gonna bump you into objects.
Did you notice it yet? The streets in New Orleans.
Fuck these streets.
Oh, fuck.
Thank you. They're fascinating yet quite. Oh, what? What? What was that? Was I hit by the car? Oh, come on, York. This music's the derpiest fucking music going.
Were you thinking about Galena too?
Oh, here we
All
go.
the other women we've seen so far on our travels across the states.
Thank God.
Zach, I'm right, aren't I? This is a vast country. Incredibly vast. And it's mostly composed of mountains, deserts, and farmland, with small towns scattered about here and there. That's how America looks to me. Compared to the scale of this entire country, New York, Chicago, and LA are all microscopic. Sometimes they even feel like figments of my imagination. Think back to what Las Vegas looked like when we were driving up I-15. It was a mirage. But TV and movies dress up those mirages and broadcast them to people all around the world. Meanwhile, American women become fascinated by the gorgeous city lights and are drawn toward those illusions. The very same women who were chosen as prom queens in their small towns. In the end, all they find are ghosts. Once their eyes adjust to that blinding light, they realize there's nothing but vanity and lust surrounding them. They finally figure out that it was all in their heads. Then they quickly try to satisfy themselves with something else. Drugs. And drugs are the gateway to a whole pantheon of crime. Zach, remember what you told me once? The women who turn to crime aren't the evil ones. The drugs aren't evil either. They're nothing but chemicals. The ones who feed off those women and use them. They're the ones to hate. Let's go, Zach. We need to find the person who's hiding behind Galena and drag them out into the blazing southern sun.
Wow. Well, what a story, Zach.
Were you thinking about Galena too?
Oh, no,
All
you
the
can't
other
stop
women we've seen
thinking
so
about
far
her,
on
huh,
our
York?
travels across the states. Zach, I'm right, aren't I? This is a vast country.
Vast, vast, vast. My vast, vast fortune. Vast.
This is the deep south. I feel it every time that molten hot...
This is a repeating conversation.
Don't
I
you
want to hear about bridges. Tell me about bridges. Tell me about bridges, you motherfucking fuck. Oh. Nope. Bumpin', bumpin'. Shut your dick, you fuckers. You fuckers. Shut your dick.
Hey, Zach, it looks like we were right on the money. Tracing the Sang Rouge distribution route led us
That's
right
right
to
back to the
Louisiana.
sleepy
You know what that means.
I can't what? Will I give up on hearing about the bridges? It doesn't look like I'm gonna get my way, my twisted way.
This is the Deep South. I feel it every time that molten hot sun pours down on me.
This is my dig. I can feel it on my balls. That's what I'm reduced to. These leaping chats. I'm skate across this fucker's lawn. Yeah!
This town sure is peaceful, Zach. Yes, I know. I know what you're about to say. But that's why we're here. To protect this peace. Isn't that right, Zach?
I think we got that one before.
This is the Deep South. I feel it every time that molten hot sun pours down on me. Don't you, Zach?
Bam! Okay. I'm tempted to give up on getting this conversation with Bridges. It seems quite unlikely at this stage.
One lollipop? 2 lollipops? 3 lollipops? Don't mind me, Zach. This is...
I won't mind you, Zach. But I will be fascinated by this supermarket. You say it's a supermarket.
Hey, want to talk about bridges?
Yes, I do!
I've become obsessed with bridges, Zach. And there's no turning back now. Remember what we saw on our way here? Back when we were driving that hybrid car before we switched over to the skateboard. We passed over the Lake Pontchartrain Causeway, the longest bridge over water in the entire world. Remember the sudden downpour that made it impossible for us to see the road? The rain was so torrential that we couldn't see more than a few miles ahead of us. I'm sure local drivers are used to that sort of thing. They were all going normal speeds. I'll bet that scene reminded you of a certain film, or perhaps a certain person. Violent City, 1970. Directed by Sergio Salima. I only ever saw it on TV when I was a kid, so I don't remember it very well. But I definitely remember that it featured a bridge, a long bridge. During the New Orleans part, that's the one thing I remember. That bridge must have been the Lake Pontchartrain Causeway. And the film starred Charles Bronson. Charles Bronson.
Definitely.
Charles Bronson. What an amazing sound. You couldn't possibly find another man whose name matches his appearance so perfectly. Yes, of course I know that Charles Bronson isn't his real name. Charles Dennis Buczynski. That's his real name.
I didn't
but
know
he's
that was his
Bronson.
real name.
Period. Zach, what's your favorite Bronson film? Death Wish? The Magnificent Seven? Rider on the Rain? Or Farewell Friend? They're all masterpieces. But to me, his greatest work lies elsewhere. That's it, Zach. No wonder we get along so well. I don't care what anyone else says. His greatest film by far is 10 to Midnight, 1983, directed by J. Lee Thompson. There's no realism to be found in this movie, but that's what makes it so great. One might even call it a fantasy masterpiece. It was certainly filled with unprecedented fantasy compared to other police thrillers, that's for sure. You know, Zach, I'm suddenly getting the urge to watch it again. Let's hurry up and solve this case so that we can go rent the DVD.
I've never heard of 10 to Midnight. What can you tell me about 10 to Midnight, guys? I'll tell you what you can tell me. You can tell me fuck all, because I'm gonna go pee and get myself a nice big cup of fucking tea. But reflect on this film, tell me of it. tea bag is soaking. Yum yum. I think the microphone's too close to my mouth. Yep, that definitely seems to be the case to me. How's that now? Is it a little better? A little less obnoxious, hopefully? Let's go to church. A movie called 10 to Midnight, that's correct, Louise. Apparently it's Charles Bronson's best film according to York. I do think York has dubious taste.
I don't like hospitals.
Why not?
They soup folks up with medicine, cut 'em up, and then they try and act like they're your friends. Something ain't right about that, you know. It goes against the laws of nature. Plus, this is a church. So you got a pastor, a servant of God, actually playing God with his patients.
I think you have a point there, Patty. These days we can neither determine death nor reproduce without the help of modern medicine. Yeah, our world's become quite an unnatural one. Oh, excuse me.
This is Lucare. You need to watch where you're going, or someone might end up tripping you.
Zach, it's her. The stylish woman who watched Lise die.
I've been waiting for you, lost lamb.
Hi there, Pastor.
Dr.
Would you
Priest.
mind letting go of me? I'm in a bit of a hurry right now.
So pitiful. The Lord hungers.
Oh my goodness.
Here we go again.
What?
Pitiful. Truly pitiful, my little lamb.
No, neither Zach nor I.
Oh, so pitiful. So pitiful, just pitiful. The Lord hungers. 1 can of Spam, 1 can of red beans, and 1 can of spinach.
What?
You are to offer up the taboo trinity.
Taboo.
What?
Don't you mean the holy?
Oh, how I pity you. Unlike us humans, the Lord never errs. Now, my pitiful agent, bring forth the taboo trinity at once. For it is the will of the Lord our God.
What is
See?
going on here?
I told you this was gonna be a pain in the butt.
But Zach and I need to go after that stylish woman.
Too late now. We need to obey God's will.
The Lord hungers.
Come on, hurry it up. We need to go.
Well, Zach, I don't know what to say. First an oracle, and now an order from God? Maybe this is the trial that will yield the ticket to the goddess. Either way, it looks like we have no choice but to gather the taboo trinity. I guess it just goes to show that small towns are always filled with the bizarre and unpredictable.
This is even more unpredictable, to be fair. This is not something I was... This is not what I was expecting. Can of Spam at Melvin's the Crawfish, okay. Red beans and rice at Alexis's Diner in Lane, okay. That's canned spinach. I'll get the canned spinach first, that seems most reasonable. So, sorry, I'm hoping you've just seen all that there. That was, well, it was something else, wasn't it? I was kind of taken aback by that. like the way there's like a honky-tonk piano being played here. And the church spittle. Can't be a hospichurch. Or hospirch. I think church spittle's best. Well, we're on a mission from God now. So, of all the places we have to go to. Well, we're certainly not going to the Clarksons shithole. But we could go to Arzuli Frida. That was where they recommended getting the... Well, where York was suggesting getting ourselves some spinach. I'm gonna try doing this, even though she's obnoxious as fuck. $2.50? Are you kidding me? Alright. Yeah, I'll take a stupid cab. Banging tech machines. And we didn't even have to speak to her. Hey, gets better. Well, these loading times certainly aren't going to get very old. The mirror.
Do you carry any canned goods here?
Canned goods? The vermin of the grocery store? Nay, I think not.
Understood, Mirror. Well then, if you'll excuse me.
Wait. Yes, I can see it. I can see the canned good thou seeketh.
How intriguing. Well then, where is the canned good I seek?
In a place where no man could ever peddle it.
I see.
What?
In a place where it can't be bought from a person. Got it, Mirror.
'Twas but a trifle, for the Lord hungers, doth he not?
Zack, it's in a vending machine. It appears that God wants us to go on a wild goose chase all around town.
That sounds like God, alright. Well, this is fucking ridiculous. I have to go searching for canned spinach? So far between us, so where is your God? Yeah, this is very much the kind of quest like that. Perhaps the realities of both games are beginning to clash. Ultimate crossover game. Or it turns out Landy is possessed by the spirit of a murderous demon that York's been trying to catch. And with the combined powers of York's unusual investigating techniques and Rio's kung fu, they're able to defeat this demonic spirit that lurks within Landy. That'll do, right? So I just need to find vending machines. Well, it's a good thing there's not, like, literally tons of vending machines all over town. Now, are those little squares representing vending machines? Because if so, I will start with this bottom one right there. Let's turn ourselves around and accidentally get off our skateboard, and then recall that I've also made some tea that I would like to go. Is there any bees around here? Do you recall? That's a bee nest. What's a bee nest also called? A hive! That's the one. I'm not actually that stupid, I swear. Fuck you! Yes. I didn't mean to hit the capture button there. Which quest did I just finish there? Definitely didn't kill enough bees. Only killed 3. A wild dog? That shouldn't be too bad. And I didn't get a checkup yet. I'll be able to do that after this mission. Where am I gonna get rice? Bees? Do the bees respawn? Do they bee spawn? Bee spawn? Get it? Huh? Oh shit. Come on. Come back to me, bee. Oh, apparently not. They just explode. Why would there only be one beehive there? Your favorite humming noise. Don't accidentally use that, York. Oh god. Should I admit that I've accidentally forgot how to run? No! They're poisonous bees. I recall that much. There we go. You think they would respawn though, right? Because otherwise it's gonna like take 6,000 years to get enough bees. That side quest. Go. Oh shit! Run for the bees! Aha! Particularly liked how the wee girl kind of just glitched into existence there, almost so close that I ended up shooting her. Aha. Maybe if I just run between these two spots, there'll be enough bees. Hello? Bees? Come on, they're being unreasonable. Hey, hang on a minute. What? UFO bonus? High call. What? Is that a molehill? Huh. No, they don't seem to be respawning properly anyway. I thought I'd find a good area for it. Shit. Poisoned by bees. this might have to be off-camera busy work. Ooh. Got the bonus for traveling. A little confused by getting a UFO bonus, but sure, why not? Why there was a UFO with a box hiding in the trees, probably better not knowing. No. I'm all beat out apparently. It's like being on a B day. Not that that makes any sense whatsoever, but still. Bastards. Here I am searching for bees like some sort of freak. Anyway, I'm going completely the opposite direction of where the bees were. And by bees, I mean vending machine. Through one more time. Baby! Assholes. I could repopulate a hive quicker than that. Whatever that means. Sounds a bit disgusting. That is actually me forgetting the buttons, just in case you're wondering. Can't play with the controls this time. That must be the vending machine here. Okay. Come on, spinach. Yay! That was lucky. Not quite the epic quest
Zach,
I was fearing.
we finally found our can of spinach. Look, Zach. Even this vending machine is managed by Clarkson Food Delivery Services. But who in their right mind would sell canned goods in a vending machine?
A wasp staple.
I only hope that it's not expired.
Well, that was much easier than I thought it would be. In the meantime, I'm going to grab my tea. Don't know what was in that voice, but it was. And then I'll probably get like a cab over to the restaurant. Bam! Oh. There they are. New York! Oh, I'm poisoned. Oh no, I'm using detective vision that I don't mean to use. This is not going so well. York, you need to eat something, lad. See? Antidote. There we go. Fuck ye.
It really seemed like you knew who Galena Clarkson was.
Well, I've never actually talked to her. But it's a small town. Pretty much all folks know who the Clarksons are. And Galena's supposed to be extra scary compared to the rest of them. Back when we saw her in town, I felt like she was glaring.
Oh no! Bees offended our lovely chat.
You didn't even twitch when you saw Galena's body.
Why would I? Dead things can't hurt us, right?
Girls your age don't usually think that way.
Do you have kids, Agent York?
No, I don't. I'm not married either.
Then you have no idea how girls my age usually think. Besides, I'm used to seeing dead bodies thanks to CSI, especially dismembered corpses like hers. You know, for a so-called profiling professional, you're pretty clueless.
In that case, allow me to apologize. But don't you think it's a bit of a leap to discount my observational abilities simply because corpses don't scare you?
I don't know. I mean, you're completely wrong.
Do you know what I was thinking back there then?
Of course not. I'm not a pro.
The same goes for me, Patty. No manner of pro could ever know 100% of what another person is thinking. Unless, of course, that pro has a mental connection with them, like Zach and I have. If I was telepathic, I wouldn't have joined the FBI. I would have taken over a small country or become a messiah.
What? Now he's making crazy leaps.
I will admit, though, Patty, I feel like you and I have something in common. We definitely have similarities, even though they aren't as strong as the ones that Zach and I share.
Whatever.
Perhaps you and I grew up under similar circumstances. We're both unique cases.
Unique cases?
In your case, your beautiful mother's second husband became your daddy, but then your mama got sick, forcing you to take care of things, while you used CSI as your escape.
Would you just knock it off? I ain't trying to act like some tragic heroine here. And I don't care that my daddy isn't the same color as me. You're way more narrow-minded than I took you for, Agent York.
Narrow-minded? You're just realizing this now? Of course I'm narrow-minded. I'm a selfish man who lives life according to his own rules, with no interest in common sense. This makes me terrible at reading situations, and I often end up angering people by total accident. But is it really that big of a problem? I've still made a contribution to society by solving numerous difficult cases, and I'm still terribly charming. And I'm still terribly charming.
You and I have absolutely nothing in common. What kind of circumstances does a kid even need to end up like you?
Try asking Zach. It's not my place to answer that one.
Well, that was a conversation. Bees! Fuck you, bees. And those fucking bees as well. That was some chat. Oh, must be too soon. That was some chat. Yeah, shit. Well, guess I'm getting no more bee action tonight. Anyway, I absolutely must go get this cup of tea.
Zach, you're a coffee person, right? No sugar, only milk. Yes, I'm completely with you on that one.
I'm not a coffee person, not even a little. I'm nowhere near even a work point at the moment. Is there any way I can just pay to work there? No, I can't. Good grief, so it'd be better turning around, huh? It's apparently doing that. Well, it did turn me around quickly, to be fair. Whee! And we're gonna call a warp right up to the diner. 22:50. I'm gonna go get this tea. Louise, outside of cartoons or, well, Mario Kart, as you say, and I've not seen somebody slipping a banana peel either, no. Now let's get some tasty scram here. Although I can't guarantee I would eat this meal myself.
The air out there don't feel right today. You feel it too, honey?
Oh my lord, you still haven't found that ingredient? I thought you wanted to eat my special dish, honey. Eat this dish and power will course through your veins. It'll also calm your mind and refill your stamina. Besides, I'm really jonesing to cook it up now. So if you're still up for it, go find that ingredient, then talk to me again once you've got it. I might get one of these to Google where to find this rice. I kind of want to taste this special meal myself.
The air.
Oh no. Oh my lord, I still keep activating that part. Oh, and there I go again. Third time's a charm.
Oh, coming right up, honey. I'll put my heart and soul into it.
Hang on a minute. That ain't the food, is it?
Alexis, could I have some red beans and rice?
Ah, thank you, York.
Oh, my Lord. Sorry, honey, but no can do. We only serve red beans and rice on Mondays. That's a meal you eat when you're busy, like folks usually are on Monday. It's been a tradition here in Louisiana for as long as I can remember. Wait, honey, don't tell me. You're the type who does your laundry every day? Oh.
We need to obey tradition here and come back on Monday.
How long is it gonna be to get to Monday in game? I didn't mean to take a capture there. What date is it? It's a Wednesday. Are you fucking kidding me? We have to spend a week in game? That's berserk. Atkins and Stanley? Who are they? That's pretty amazing, Andrew. Oh, I can't eat any fish, Louis, so pescatarianism is not a choice for me whatsoever. So, that was quite a lot of in-game time to wait. And can we call a cab over? Well, no, we've not even seen the balloons, so it is a long way out from what I can tell to get to that crawfish farm. But it seems to be what we're going to have to do here, because we don't really have a lot of other choices. Anyway. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention there to the map, which I should have been doing. So, well, I guess I'll be going down to... Well, that main road to bridges, so we've got to turn around. That's some good animation there. Oh dear.
Hey, Zach. No, nothing. Just felt like saying that.
So it's the next street to the right, if I recall. Nope. That was full of shit. Activate the balloon. Do we just... No, we just touch it. Okay. However, we are not going to activate it. Well, there is probably one by the owl's nest, isn't there? Raven's house. Who the fuck's Raven? By the way, it seems like I've gone to the wrong place, or have I? I'll try taking 3 streets to the left. Directly south. I'm gonna try going there. Let's see where it leads us. Jazz Club. I did get a mission to kill a dog, didn't I? Oh shit. There we go. It's kind of awful that we're getting dog skulls. Jesus Christ. Red tree? Oh no. What in the name of fuck is this place? Well, we could go camping, I suppose, but I don't think I'm gonna go camping, you know. What the fresh hell's going on here? is this place? What is this place? Now, Jill, can you go? Is it like an oil rig? Oil pump? Well, he needs to put in ladder climbing animations when we can just automatically appear at the top. So this is definitely the wrong place to be. Great. Great smashing super. It'd be really good if you could warp on the map, you know. But you can't. So instead, let's skateboard forever! Red tree, I don't like it. And I fear red trees thanks to the first game. What do you mean when Barry cracks up? Like cracks up laughing? Like the, what is it? Which is a response to the first zombie when he's popped its head. Guess we could go up to the owl's nest, like, doing fuck all else at the moment. It's not like we don't have the guts of a weed to kill. There sure is a lot of empty space on this map, isn't there? Huh. What about that dreamy frame rate? Yep. No York, bad York. There we go. Wonder can we actually go in yet? Probably not. Yeah, it's too early. Too early for the jazz. So I guess the closest place to that weird farm is actually the Thompsons. Guess we're going to Thompsons. $2.50. This is a fucking amazing cab company, even if you do have to get in with that ridiculous woman. I love the fact that they were like, here's this woman, she's not that likeable, so we're not going to actually force you to endure that much. That's a decent decision of them. What's the blue spot over here? What? Hi, blue spot man. You're on my map. I want to know why.
Smarty pants, what you want?
He is definitely not smarty pants. York, you strong? You're asking me if I'm strong? Well, at the very least, I don't think I'm as physically strong as you. I heard about you, yup. You catch the bad guys. Gotta be strong to do that, yup. Yes, I suppose you have a point. I'm strong when it comes to criminals. I'm strong too, super strong. But I couldn't protect Lise. I'm really weak. Avery, I can tell that you really like Lise. Do you have any theories about the identity of their perpetrator? Perpetrator? I don't know. I mean the bad guy who killed Lise. I see. Bad guys, yup. At night in town, the red guys come out. They're bad. Did the red guys kill Lise? The red guys are bad. The red guys are bad, yup. But I can't beat them. Avery? Yeah, York, you can beat them bad guys. You're smarty pants, yup. You beat the red guys. Then I'll give you a treat, yup. Looks like he wants us to go and defeat those red guys. He might be referring to the red shadows that appear around town at night. What do you think, Zach? Should we heed the sad strongman's request? Well, I think we can do that. Sorry for his Arnold, well. No, I don't even hate female cop woman, you know, like the FBI woman. I think there's more to her than meets the eye. But I surprisingly don't mind the kid. I thought I would detest the kid because, you know, children. Children should be best dead, not heard. That's always been my theory. So I guess we'll be taking a, well, no, straight ahead. Take us to the farm, essentially. We just go off the dirt track. Go off the dirt track, is that even a word? Swaptures. Did I get a sun? 1 p.m. to 8 p.m.? Yeah, okay. 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. Area is Thompson's farm. So do I have to actually leap over there on my skateboard? No. Surely not. Surely not. Well, thank you, Luis. That's a more gentle voice that definitely didn't work.
Okay, Zach. It's time to put our skills to the test.
What? Oh, really? So I do have to do this, huh? His skateboard exploded?
Well, Zach, it seems as if we've reached an impasse. I'm afraid we won't be able to proceed any further like this.
Lucari Tiger to DC Eagle. Is everything alright?
Hello, Melvin. Sadly, my darling just gave out on me.
Your darling? You mean...
Yes, that's right. My beloved skateboard. I know the chances are slim, but do you happen to know of any establishments in town that can repair skateboards? Please, I hope this doesn't offend you. Neither Zach nor I would ever dare to assume that a remote country town like this would have a skateboard shop in it. But perhaps you have at least one eccentric who likes to tinker with them in their spare time.
I know just the person.
You missed an amazing scene, Louise.
Double bass player by night, trick master by day.
Always gotta go to the bar?
Blessed with 2 talents, and her name is Emma Sanders.
Hang on, Emma Sanders? Who the fuck's this?
Emma?
That's right. She's Pastor Sanders' adopted daughter, and was also Lise Clarkson's best friend. Emma really knows her stuff. She's got tools and a mountain of parts, so I'm sure she'll be able to help.
I owe you one, Melvin. Zach, I never thought we'd find our very own skateboard mentor out here in the sticks. Let's head straight to Emma. What is it, Zach? Why didn't I just ask the sheriff to tow away the old cars? But isn't it obvious? I want to overcome this obstacle using my own strength. In fact, I want to soar over it.
Okay. We just had to go to Emma's skateboard workshop.
What else have you seen on that sci-fi movie channel?
Agent York, why are you asking me that?
Discussing movies is one of the most basic forms of communication in our country.
Period do you live in?
It's always been that way in every era. In this country, all dialogues always begin from films.
Ugh. Says who? You're making me sick.
Sick?
Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna puke.
I know just what you need to do, Patty.
What?
Tell me what other movies you've seen on that sci-fi channel.
You're so annoying. Fine. I saw this one movie where a pretty lady and an old guy fight, and they were both robots.
Ah, Terminator 3, Rise of the Machines. 2003, directed by Jonathan Mostow.
Is that one?
You were an Arnold S. fan.
Oh, you said it again. Oh, whatever. I'm not a fan of his or anything, okay? He just happened to be in it.
So, what did you think?
I knew of the name Terminator, but it was my first time seeing one of those movies.
What? You've never seen Terminator?
Well, the first two came out before I was even born.
I know, but come on. It's Terminator.
With York on
Boys
this one.
probably like it, but I'm sure most girls don't give two craps about it.
That's a
But I
lie.
know it was directed by the same person who did Titanic.
Titanic. Oh, you mean Raise the Titanic. 1980, directed by Jerry Jameson. But he didn't direct Terminator. He's famous for Airport 77 and The Deadly Tower. You probably know this already, but The Deadly Tower was based on the 1966 Texas Tower Sniper incident. I learned about it at the FBI Academy in Quantico. In the film, Kurt Russell plays Charles Joseph Whitman, the assailant. He really brought the character to life with an awe-inspiring performance. What's wrong, Patty? I'm just trying to talk about Terminator 3, that movie you saw. You're not paying any attention. So be it. If you're not in the mood to talk, then let's return to the investigation. It's a shame, though. We really wanted to hear more about the films you saw, didn't we, Zach? By the way, Patty, what do you usually do when you're at home?
Is this an interrogation?
Oh, no. I just figured that since we're working together now, it'd be a good idea to learn a little more about you.
Should an adult male like you really be asking a little girl this kind of question? I feel like I heard a story about this sort of thing on the news once.
There's a time and a place for everything. You know exactly who I am, and I've also introduced myself to your father. Besides, you're the one who said you wanted to come with me.
I was just kidding, jeez. You're an FBI special agent. Why would I ever need to worry?
You shouldn't automatically trust someone just because they're an FBI special agent. One's profession and one's personality are completely separate things. For example, one special agent may fall spiritually in love with a genius criminal who enjoys the taste of human flesh.
That's Hannibal. You pulled that straight out of a movie.
Just because it's a film doesn't mean it isn't deeply rooted in reality. You can't judge people solely based on where they work or how they look. You need to think hard and decide things for yourself.
Fine.
So allow me to ask you this. How do you feel about me?
I don't know. I only just met you.
Exactly. Now it sounds like you're thinking. You should never feel the need to force an answer out or pretend like you know something you don't. Zach, she's a good kid, isn't she? Honest and straightforward.
Oh, wait, there's one thing I can say.
Oh. What?
When you talk to yourself like that, it really creeps me out. Did you start doing that after you became an adult? Or have you just always done it? Either way, you should stop doing it. It's really weird and, makes me wince whenever I hear it.
Ooh, Zach, did you hear that? No need to worry. Neither of us are weird, I can assure you of that. She's probably just having trouble finding the right word to describe us. No, I think I'll stop there. Wouldn't want her to think we're getting desperate.
Like I said, it's really creeping me out.
Well, where was Lisa's repair shop? I assume it would be labelled on the map, right? Then that's just a park. Oh shit, it's up there. That's ages away. Shit. Well, I guess I'll run up this way towards that. You can get a lift away. No. Sorry, I wasn't really paying attention to where I was going, so... Run, York, run! God, I'd give anything to have a skateboard right now, even.
That melody always gets stuck in my head.
Yes, it's a devilish song, isn't it?
Just be quiet.
Hey, let's shout something out.
I've already had this one.
Like what?
Chocolate Sundae.
Okay, sure. Actually, never mind. This is stupid.
It's a beautiful day, Patty.
Really?
What the hell's
Seems
this?
kinda normal to me.
Now that you mention it, yes, it is a normal day. I just felt like saying that.
What? Sometimes you really get on my nerves.
Looks like a case of bad timing, Zach.
Well,
Let's come back
not?
later.
Red Rob. Red Rob. No, she's not doing that. Well, straight ahead. It's gonna keep running ahead and hopefully... I'm not sure, Andrew. Perhaps it's a tune that loads of people know? Jesus, this runs like such a turd, it's unbelievable. I wonder if it actually has the patch applied. I never figured that out. Run, boy, run. Here we go. And now I can finally get a cab up the... God, you let me... No! Back! Somebody's like got their car like outside there just revving constantly and it's incredibly aggravating. You know, if you weren't a cunt, you would probably just go, hey, I could turn my engine off instead. Hey, is that another person that's gonna give me a side quest here? Look at her, she's all blue.
Hi there, handsome. How's your day coming along?
What am I doing here? Do I need to spell it out for you? I'm eating, obviously. And once I'm finished, I'm gonna dash back into the diner and regain control of my lane. Oh. Definitely smelled a side quest there. But apparently, I was wrong. Must be just to point out a person of interest on the map. So it is to the upper right here, so I'm just gonna cut across here. Oh, we're still well within the opening hour, so we should be fine. I don't think we've met Emma yet, have we? Do you recall,
Hey, let's chat.
Patty, you're getting more and more curious about all the depraved serial killers I've encountered so far, aren't you?
I'm getting tired of this joke.
I like how much he winds her up. Because I don't know how much of it's intentional.
Yes?
Is that... Sorry, never mind. I think I was just seeing things.
Aww. Didn't one of the conversations cut off?
You
when I
didn't
was
even
attacked by
twitch
bees?
when you saw Galena's body.
Ah, it
Why
was
would
this,
I?
wasn't it?
Dead things can't hurt us, right?
No,
Girls your
no.
age don't usually
heard
think
this
that
whole
way.
Do you have kids, Agent York?
No, I don't. I'm not married either.
Then you have no idea how girls my age usually think. Besides, I'm used to seeing dead bodies thanks to CSI, especially dismembered corpses like hers. You know, for a so-called profiling professional, you're pretty clueless.
In that case, allow me to apologize. But don't you think it's a bit of a leap to discount my observational abilities simply because corpses don't scare you?
I don't know. I mean, you're completely wrong.
Do you know what I was thinking back there then?
Of course not. I'm not a pro.
The same goes for me, Patty. No manner of pro could ever know 100% of what another person is thinking. Unless, of course, that pro has a mental connection with them, like Zach and I have. If I was telepathic, I wouldn't have joined the FBI. I would have taken over a small country or become a messiah.
Now who's making crazy leaps?
I will admit, though, Patty, I feel like you and I have something in common. We definitely have similarities, even though they aren't as strong as the ones that Zach and I share.
Whatever.
Perhaps you and I grew up under similar circumstances. We're both unique cases.
Huh? Unique cases?
In your case...
Okay. Apparently she runs this place out of her garage. Suppose it's hardly a big business, is it?
Hey, Agent York. I feel like someone's in there.
I'm probably going to stop here in a few minutes, by the way, guys.
Let's go and see.
And then I might like sleep a week in game time, just off camera, to get to the Monday so we can carry on the other part of the story.
Huh? What do y'all want? I'm kind of busy here.
Yeah, we definitely didn't meet Emma. Emma Sanders.
Hi
I
there.
wish I knew the Colonel.
Are you Emma?
Yeah. Who are you?
Francis York Morgan. I'm an FBI special agent. Please call me York. That's what everyone calls me.
Agent York? So, what does the FBI want with little old me? I already told the police everything I know about Lise.
Baptized.
Emma, I haven't come here to talk to you about Lise.
Does she want her boobs
Although
baptized?
I suppose it's sort of connected in a way. My darling is broken, and I need you to fix her.
You call your board your darling? I never heard that one before. All right, let me see it. I'll try and assess the damage.
I hope it doesn't cost too much. Jesus Christ.
I replaced all
Andrew,
your
no.
trucks, wheels, and gave you some brand new deck tape. Also, you were missing a tail guard, so I put one on for you. That way you should be able to do a few tricks here and there without any risk of damage.
Oh.
Well, what do you think?
It's beautiful, Emma.
The wheels were scraped down and the base plate screws were all about to fall out. Oh, and the axles were also warped. It was pretty much in critical condition. Now, what I want to know is, how did it get that way?
Why is the base
Well, my
moving?
car was
Why is it
stolen on my
bouncing
way here
around?
from Houston. So, I switched over to my darling and rode her here instead.
You know, you're crazier than you look.
Emma, would you mind answering another crazy question for me? I want to use this board to soar, literally. Would you mind teaching me a trick that would allow me to do so?
You mean you want to do a Wally? Ooh, well, I'd be happy to teach you how, but it's too cramped in here.
Why is the base
Ooh,
bouncing?
I know where we should go. You want to learn too? You sure? Seems like you're interested. Whatever. I know you're just gonna come along anyway. So you should at least learn the basics.
Okay. Now we're all going on a skateboarding adventure. Ah, the old abandoned factory. It's where everybody goes to do their skateboarding tricks.
Okay, Agent York. Now we should have enough room to practice. I'll show you how it's done first, then you just practice till you learn how to do it, okay?
It definitely seems like a kind of, you know, jizzing connotation. That frame rate. I love the skateboard just disappearing from existence. Okay, L at the right time? Okay, should be possible. Hang on a second. Do you want to activate this? Got ourselves the abandoned factory. Hang on, where is the abandoned factory? Huh, over here. Actually, that's ages away. She certainly took us on quite the journey. Oh well. Hang on, this isn't what I'm supposed to be doing, is it? Guess it's what I'm doing now. Jesus Christ, it's still a jump there. That's some fucking sweet collision detection right there. The jump, were you actually seeing that? I like the way we're just picking up random bits of money as well. Oh no! Oh no! He like literally jump out of existence practically. Oh shit, I'm never getting back in there. Mama? Yeah, he's definitely not getting back in there. Did that have to go all the way back? Oh shit. Well, this is confusing. Ah. This must be where we go if we fuck up. Welcome to human being. Oh shit! What the fuck? And what, did I jump back this way? No, this just seems to be a big jump. I don't think I'm getting this off score here. Oh, this is going well. I'm not 100% embarrassing. Whee! Jumped over the wall. Is that a good thing? How do you do tricks? Who the fuck are you? Listen, pal. quite surreal, I'd just like to point out. Oh, hang on, is this the way back in here? So I must have missed the flag back at the start. Though I didn't even notice that I'd fucked it up. Did you see any of the graffiti they were on about, by the way? So there was some there I failed to notice it myself. That's graffiti? But I didn't seem to be able to do anything with the graffiti. That was a pretty piss poor effort. Well, we've got ourselves a new,
That was perfect!
Yeah. Thank you, Emma. I only learned that new trick thanks to your guidance. Now I'm sure that Zack and I will be able to reach our destination without any trouble at all. Thank you for assisting in the investigation.
Glad to be of service.
This shit
If your board breaks again, or you feel like customizing it a bit more, just stop on by my workshop. I'm pretty much always there during the day. I'm also taking some time off school because of what happened with Lise.
Yeah, you should be
Skating and
interviewing her.
playing music are the only things that help me escape the pain of losing her.
She plays like double bass as well. So she was in the band in the jazz bar, was she?
Zack, did you see the expression on her face just now? She works hard to act cheerful, but she's yet another person who was hurt by the tragedy. Lisa's death is like wildfire, spreading embers of sadness throughout the entire town.
Embers of sadness. What a lovely way of talking about something. Incense has been unlocked. F03 for the love of skating? What the hell was that? F03 for the love of skating. Ah, it's a side mission then. Anyway, this seems to be a logical point to call it an evening, I'm sure you would agree. For it is late, and I am tired. And like I said, I'm gonna have to waste at least a week off camera at one point. Let's me see it. Not a week, but 5 days off camera. Love that star wipe. I sailed literally right over that one. But yeah, I hope you have enjoyed watching. I hope you don't mind me shitting on here. But there was some progress. We've met some interesting characters, shall we say. Now, did she say, by the way, the graffiti, was that just where skateboarding challenges would be? I thought there was like missions to find graffiti from what she was saying to see. That didn't work. There's meager rewards you get. And a cola. Anyway. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I don't know if I'll get on tomorrow because it's D&D tomorrow actually. So, probably extremely unlikely. But, you never know. Stranger things have happened. I'll see you later after I shoot a child. Night. I don't mind the kid, by the way, but... Oh, wow. That certainly drained the money. Wow, look at the fines. They're stacking up. Good grief. Be paying this off till the end of days, York. Awful man. I don't know why I'm blaming York. Anyway, good night. I shall see you again.